Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I'm inside of this 16 by 40 garden shed that has a radiant barrier roof. I just got it on my lot and I wanted to walk through it and give you a little video tour of it. Standard on our buildings, 2x4 wall studs are 16 inches on center. These are premium grade lumber, so it means it's a pretty grade of lumber. It costs a little bit more to use these pretty pieces of lumber versus a standard one, but it gives you a better building, better quality. Double studded 2x4s every 4 feet, or every third wall stud is a double stud, okay? Standard for how we do all of our walls. Every door and window frame is double studded at a minimum, and in this particular case, we got 1, 2, 3, plus this brace here. So every door, every window frame is minimum double studded. Not all other portable building companies frame their doors and windows like that. So it's something that I like to teach people as you're shopping around, look for that. Make sure that they are at least double studded doors and window frames. And why is that? Because when the door and window, well, once the building is delivered to your place and set and leveled, the door and window frame should stay square with the building and your windows and doors should open and shut freely. If they don't double stud them, there's going to be a lot of flex as the building is being delivered to your site. The doors and windows may not open correctly. So on double studded doors and window frames, that should eliminate that problem once the building is leveled at your site, okay? So that's how we do our walls. At the tops of the walls, I don't know if you can see a little bit of light peeking through up there, but that's because we put a soffit vent all along the sides of the buildings. On both sides of the buildings, we would do a soffit vent all the way there, all the way along, and that is for airflow, and it's a Graceland patented exclusive. Other companies don't do that because they don't have the patent on it. Graceland does. A lot of airflow coming in, and then it goes out through the screened-in roof ridge vent that runs the entire peak of the roof. It's screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but it's designed to work in coordination with the soffit vents on the side, so air comes up and then goes out. And we move a lot more air than the other companies who build portable buildings because they just do a little tiny plastic roof vent that they may put up here in the corner. They do one on one end and one on the other, and that's pretty much it, which means they don't move nearly as much cubic volume of air as our buildings do. And the benefit to you for that is that it gets the building cooler and it helps get the moisture and humidity out of the building. So whatever's inside of your building has less moisture and humidity to deal with than compared to the other companies who don't put nearly the ventilation systems that we do. Okay, so standard on our walls, those ventilation systems. And standard on all of our roofs is that ventilation system. Now let's talk about the roof. Roof trusses are 2x4s, also premium grade pressure treated lumber, just like our wall studs. And I want you to notice that the base or the bottom of the roof truss rests on top of the wall. The wall is, at the caps, is double studded, okay? And then we anchor it in right here with this metal hurricane screw. That's how we anchor in all of our roof trusses. Those little metal hurricane screws, they're about 6 inches long. They are designed to handle over 800 pounds of tensile strength. So each roof truss has that screw in there all the way down on both sides. That gives you lateral stability across this building. If you'll notice, that base board on the truss goes all the way across and rests on top of the wall over there. And it's secured in with another hurricane screw on that end, secured in with the hurricane screw on this end, both ends. You've got lateral stability across the top of this building, just like you will in the floors. We have floor joists, right? Well, this acts similar for lateral stability in the roof. Other companies, when you shop around, they don't do that with the base board of their roof truss. They use a shorter board, they put it up higher. It gives you more headroom, and it allows them to use a smaller piece of wood, saves them money, but you lose that lateral stability. So Graceland puts that in standard. That's how we do our roof trusses. That's just standard for how we do them. You got built-in lateral stability above as well as below. So the roof itself is OSB decking. Roof decking is standard. OSB roof decking is standard. On the outside is your metal roof. On the inside, we have the radiant barrier on this particular building. You can see that shiny looking metal aluminum foil looking thing. That's our G-board radiant barrier. Blocks out or reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat. So that makes a huge difference in the hot summertime temperatures. I highly recommend that. It's an option. You do not have to get it. In this particular building, it's already here. If you're ordering one, you can order a building with or without the radiant barrier. I always recommend it. It makes a big difference. About 25 degrees cooler in a building that has the radiant barrier versus one that does not. So I do recommend that. Like I mentioned before, outside is the metal, inside is the radiant barrier. Between the metal and the OSB roof decking is a moisture barrier. It's a tar paper. Okay, so that's just standard for how we do all of our roofs. Let's talk about the floors. We use, in this particular building, we have LP Smart flooring. The siding is also LP Smart siding, which is made by Louisiana Pacific, a sister company of Georgia Pacific, and they built this product just for the portable building industry, for the walls, for the siding, and for the floors. Okay, this is an impact-resistant floor. It's resistant to mold and mildew and decay and bugs, all kinds of stuff. It's a great floor. It's made to be highly durable, high quality. Of course, we also sell plywood siding and floors. So when Graceland decided to offer something other than plywood, we looked around and LP was the product that we decided was still a high enough quality, similar to our plywood, but at a lower price point. And that's what this building is. LP Smart siding, LP Smart flooring. The flooring is 5 inches thick, 5/8 inches thick, same as our siding. And the slabs are each tongue and groove, so they're interlocked with one another, okay? Same thing with the siding, they're tongue and groove, all right? Underneath the flooring is our floor joists, our floor joists. They are 2x6s, not 2x4s like our wall studs. They're actually 2x6s, so they're bigger. And they're underneath the floor. They are also 16 inches on center, just like our wall studs are 16 inches on center. So we got them running across the entire floor. 16 inches apart, standard for how we do our floors. You can order a building with 12 inches on center floor joists for a super heavy duty floor, like you could drive a truck on it. Okay, but 16 inches on center, standard for our flooring. And that's what's in this building. Underneath the floor joists, we use big 4x6 pressure treated lumber for the runners or the skids that are underneath the building. And there'll be 4 of them in this building. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, and then 4. They are notched out 1 inch deep. Each place where a floor joist would sit across here, that runner underneath is notched out 1 inch deep, so the floor joists sit down inside those notches all the way down the building. I don't know of any other portable building company that secures their subfloor like that. Everybody else uses some sort of a bolt or a lag screw. The notched out 1 inch deep notches all the way across secure our floor joists into those runners like no other building manufacturer that I'm aware of, okay? So super strong floors, walls, and roof, and I wanted you to be aware of how we build them. Now, rent to own is an option. Cash price is always your lowest price. Rent to own we offer with no credit check and no penalty to pay it off early, and I always recommend for my customers to pay it off early if you can. We have different discounts that are applied throughout the month, and sometimes they even change during the month. We always have a military discount, so thank you to active duty and retired military. We thank you for your service. If you have any questions about this building or any other building on my lot, hit my website, chat with me right here on my phone number that's right here on the screen, or wherever you're watching this video. Send me a message, okay? Aloha from the Ozarks.